Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. A jury has found Hernadez-Govan not guilty on all counts. Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
State of Tennessee versus Hernadez-Govan, count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernadez-Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. State of Tennessee versus Hernadez-Govan, count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernadez-Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment. Ma'am?
Court's in session.
Ma'am? Ms. Johnson, is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for your service this week. You've done exactly what the court asked you to do, which was to sit, listen to all the proof, and come to a decision. You are excused. Thank you.
Jury's excused. Thank you.
One of the things that was asked of him after this case was, how did it feel to hear those words finally said that you're a free man, you're free to go? And it took him a minute to gather his thoughts, but he basically said he couldn't describe that. You can't put it into words to be able to say some of that. I'm going to let you listen to Hernadez-Govan himself as he says some of these things. Let's go ahead and listen in.
My attorneys, Manny, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, my private investigators, everybody for helping me. I didn't have the resources to necessarily, cover everything, and Manny still helped me, and he knew I was innocent. Everybody around me knew I was innocent. I just want to say thank you to the jurors for getting this right and getting my life back.
To finally have this stress taken off your shoulders.
Yeah, and have my life back.
What's the first thing you plan to do?
Go hug my son.
Mr. Govan, you haven't smiled all this week, but obviously you have a lot to smile about. Just tell me just about what you're feeling in right now.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain the feeling of getting your life back, just from 12 people, so I'm just blessed, and I'm just ready to go see my son.
What was going through your head when you were waiting for the verdict this morning?
Nervousness, of course, it's natural, but I got a team around me that was very confident and supportive, so without them it wouldn't be no me. I just want to thank again Manny, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, Contrell, Leanne, and just everybody that played a part in proving my innocence.
You heard your attorney say if you're black and poor in Memphis, this is what happens. What would be your words of advice?
Leave Memphis.
Do you plan on leaving Memphis, sir?
Of course.
Was there any point throughout the week where you're like, you know what, I'm still nervous, prior to the verdict? Was there any point where it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go?
I've been nervous for 4 years.
How does it feel to be at the end of this 4-year journey that you've been on?
Feels great. Just feel like I've been born again. I get a chance to restart my life and do some positive things.
Do you think that this verdict will change how the court system is working here in Memphis?
As corrupt as this system is, I doubt it.
Mr. Aurora, do you think this verdict will change anything with the court system here in Memphis?
I'm not here from Memphis, but if this is a microcosm of what's going on, then you should all be worried. And maybe we should be digging into these things and figuring out why so many people are in jail, why we keep them without bond and force them into pleas and things of that nature, and why investigations aren't always there. Thankfully, my office has the resources to help these types of people and can spend the money to do it. I can only imagine how hard it is for the public defenders with their cases or other appointed lawyers that couldn't do this, and how many people shouldn't be in prison.
Oh, back in December, is that the reason? Obviously, you advised your client not to take that plea.
that's always his decision. I don't advise him to do anything. They always say, what would I do? And I'm like, I'm not serving the time, so I have no idea. I can't go through that stress. You can't duplicate that. I mean, I love the man. I believed in him. That's why I took the case. And we fought like hell for it. I'm grateful that the staff stayed with me. I yelled at them a lot this week and put a lot of pressure on them. We worked long nights for the last few months. We filed, I don't know how many, 24 motions, most of which were granted, which never happens. But it was so obvious we were right. And yet still we have a case. The government just can't ever admit that maybe there isn't anything here. They're just prosecute, and then blame the jury if it doesn't go your way.
Mr. Aurora, the law enforcement experts that testified this week, they said several times that they never spoke with Mr. Mims, but they never really gave a clear answer as to why. Why do you think that is?
Because they're not telling the truth. They never went out to go talk to him. And to say that, oh, he would have just gotten a lawyer so we didn't bother, are you kidding me? Everybody gets a lawyer if they're smart as far as that goes, but they've threatened other witnesses to come in and say whatever. Your question should be, what about all the people after the fact that helped? If, assuming the man was shot or was given clothes or they went to this apartment or somebody helped him escape to Indiana, what happened to all those people that were supposed to be charged? What about all the people in the text messages where I showed you blatantly they're talking about shooting people and shootings happened? Nobody's indicted. What about the guy that carjacked the Mercedes, Treon Ingram? He's not charged with anything. He's picked up the subsequent murder since then. So you explain to me how that is. And then when they say in their closing statement, the gall of it all to say we can't arrest everybody, yet they're running 14 and 15 defendant RICO cases. I mean, just come on. They made up their mind. Juk wasn't going to get charged, maybe because he was going to get fancy lawyers that could see through all this BS. I don't know. They have all the texts.
Well, maybe it's something dark.
Now, we see that Hernadez-Govan was found not guilty on all counts. During this process, Hernadez-Govan has lost his daughter in the midst of all this. You gotta understand that people loved young Dolph. And I can see they're gonna deal with him in the streets because everybody in Memphis knows that he's the one that they are saying ordered the hit. So we've heard many of people have suffered consequences behind this. Big Juk, Yo Gotti's brother, was taken out behind this situation. I don't think the city of Memphis, the goons that are in Memphis, are going to let this go unanswered. His best choice is to move out the country because he has a target on his back. There was a bounty placed on young Dolph's head, and I'm sure that there's a bounty placed on his head now. We heard him speak out. And I know anybody would feel happy to be found not guilty. But I think it's not over for him. There's a lot of people that are upset that love Dolph. This situation was uncalled for. Dolph lost his life, and they think that it's just gonna go unanswered. After all of this time, now you're not gonna know who it was that got at him. Y'all been following this story as well. The trial was quick. It was only a couple days. And to be honest, they didn't have evidence strong enough to convict him. The people that did it, one of them went to trial, was found guilty. The other one testified on the co-conspirator and Hernadez-Govan. And we all know that wasn't enough evidence. Phone records didn't show specific things that were supposedly said. There wasn't enough solid evidence to convict him. Even though the streets know that he allegedly had involvement, there wasn't enough evidence to convict him. And the jury said not guilty. They can't retry him on the situation. But I think he's going to get street justice. And I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about this situation. Because I think Hernadez-Govan thinks he's all over. It's nothing else to worry about. When the streets, they talking. They want justice for Dolph. Y'all let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. And share this video. I appreciate all of y'all. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.